Well, welcome to Money with Mark Albert. So glad you're with me today. Another real estate market update. We're going to focus on Peel Region. And I have a real estate pro, Susan Gupta. She's from Peel Region. Of course, Peel Region is Brampton, Mississauga, Caledon. And thank you for being with us today, Susan. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark, for having me here. I'm really looking forward to talking all about Peel.
Yeah, that's good. A lot of people from who are audience on this channel actually have a strong interest in the Greater Toronto area, but in particular Peel Region. There's a lot of people who either live here or would consider moving here to Peel Region. So before we get started, Susan Gupta, I've known you for many years. Obviously, we've worked together with different clients, but the audience here don't know you, right? They don't know that you've got a pivotal ASA designation, which is an accredited senior agent. They don't know that you've been doing this for a number of years, and so on. They don't know your personal life. So why don't you take a moment just to share a little bit about who you are, and then we'll get into market update for Peel Region.
Sounds wonderful. Well, I'm Susan Gupta. I have 3 beautiful kids, and we live in Peel Region. We live actually in Peel Village in Brampton. Lovely area, lots of schools, community, great place to live. We've been here for about 7 years. So my kids have gone to school at Cardinal Leger, and they're all done university and grown up. And I love Peel. This market's doing great. We got one thing beautiful about Peel Village is the land. Like every house has a yard, and neighbors are great, and everyone's here to help you out. So we're going to talk about Peel and how well it's done in the past few months. I know with COVID-19, everything kind of went on hold, but as the market opened up, a lot of people are looking at homes, and we've seen a great growth, especially in Brampton. A lot of detached homes have gone up for sale and been sold. So our market is doing really well.
Well, that's good. Yeah. And of course, I live in Peel Region, in Peel Village too. So that's how Susan and I eventually got to know each other. It's funny enough, multiple years ago, I remember there was this big branch came down on your front yard after a snowstorm. And then my son and I went over to help you out a little bit there and get to know you.
Mark helped us out, and the tree branch fell on that snowy icicle day. And Mark and his wonderful son were here. We were all tackling the snow.
That's funny.
And the ice.
You meet people sometimes, right? So, well, that's good. Well, listen, let's get into this here now. Okay, so real estate market update. What's going on? What has been going on? Susan, can you just educate us a bit on the Peel Region, what you've been observing, what's going on, and so on?
So Peel Region, so for the month of October, we had a growth of 14%. So that compared to last year, October 2019, there was 165 units sold in Mississauga, and in October 2020, we have 188 units. So what we're finding, that there was quite a bit of growth all over. For example, in Brampton, our sales increased. Let me just grab the figures. So Brampton, we sold 1,096 homes in October. And our total home sales in Brampton for this year have been 8,168, with an average home sale price of $865,509.
$865,000 was that Brampton?
That is the average.
Deal. The Brampton
detached.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
The detached price average is $996,584 in Brampton.
Wow.
And then in Mississauga, the average detached price is 1.2 million.
That's average. So there's got to be some that are significantly higher, but a lot of them are probably also under $1 million in Mississauga. Are they not? Like, or
Like your semi-detached, your condos,
okay.
there was a growth in detached. People were demanding that, especially with COVID-19.
Yeah,
They want it, it's not necessarily that we're going back to offices. We need to build a home office in our home
yeah,
as we do less. So we found a demand for that, people were looking for more space, more yard. They felt really cramped and they wanted to upgrade in that sense. And
yeah,
that's where we found a lot of growth and some multiple bids.
yeah,
Brampton had more choice in detached homes
yeah,
and more affordability. That's why it really grew in
yeah.
the last few months.
Like the
And
average, yeah, go ahead.
Caledon's further out. They had we had sales of 159 homes in October,
Okay,
but the price points, Caledon's really increased. The
yeah.
average detached home is 1.4 million,
Oh my
and
goodness.
your semi-detached is
Yeah,
755,000.
yeah.
So from a
Well,
price standpoint, Peel is still quite expensive.
yeah, yeah.
So
And
consumers were starting to go further out to try to get more affordability and
yeah.
bigger lots. So
See,
we
for
saw a lot of big growth in Kitchener-Waterloo and Hamilton.
the
Now
person,
we're seeing growth in the Niagara region.
yeah, the person who owns a house, is a better homeowner, they built equity, those people can potentially transition up to that 1 point something million home eventually, right? But that
Correct.
first time home buyer watching this are probably feeling a little overwhelmed, right? So the first time home buyer, they're gonna it's a process. You don't just get into a $1.2 million home right away. The typical first time home buyer, what are they doing? How are they getting into the market? What kind of are they buying condos? Are they buying detached townhouses? What's going on with them?
The first time home buyer is really interesting. We're seeing that, so now that Toronto's kind of shut down, there's a lot of young millenniums, they're renting downtown and
Yeah,
they're paying 2,000 to 2,600 for 500 square feet.
yeah,
So because they're not going to offices, they're stuck in this little space. They're really opening up their eyes as to what opportunities they are.
yeah,
And because they can work from home and they don't have to commute in,
yeah.
we're seeing that they're going further out,
Hmm.
to the smaller communities. But let's say the people in Toronto are coming out to Peel area, the Peel region, because they've got the money to afford it, but then they can pocket it
Yeah,
as well because we were more affordable than Toronto.
yeah.
So, all the different millenniums are the next market, and they're trying to figure out how to get in.
Hmm.
They're moving away from the condos, and we see a growth in townhomes, semis. And if they can afford a detached, they have to go further out.
Yeah,
But they are looking like at townhome and semis in the Peel region area.
yeah. And
But
before we go further, I just want to say to everyone listening, I'm going to put Susan's contact information in the comments below and also in the description. So if you have other questions, you want to reach out to her, connect to her in any way, please do so. She's happy to help answer any questions that you have. We just wanted to give you a market update so that everyone has a good sense of what's going on in Peel. And Susan is a real estate superstar, knows the area, and has been doing this a while. So glad she's with us. Now, tell us a little bit, Susan, about what's the atmosphere. What are the people as we look to the future? What's the heartbeat of the person like? Their concerns as they look to the future, or what you're seeing going on right now.
yeah, in talking to people, it's very interesting. There's a little bit of uncertainty in the market. People aren't sure about employment issues. Large companies like Bell, they're not going to go back to Toronto to their offices till now it's June 2021.
Yeah,
So there's this question and uncertainty. and then you hear all the financial reports, RBC, CMHC are saying, well, people are starting to default on their mortgages. So we're going to see more foreclosures coming in. So, I mean, we don't have a crystal ball. We don't know what's going on. But when I talk to people, we discuss that the market's changed.
Yeah.
Our employment issues have changed. A lot more people are online, looking online. People are thinking, okay, it's time to enjoy life. They
Yeah.
want to balance it a little more in this rush, rush, rush that we were always in.
Yeah.
We're not experiencing that anymore. And they want more space.
Mhm.
So what we're finding is in Toronto, we've got quite a huge number of listings for very small condos under
Okay.
500 square feet,
Yeah.
and things aren't moving. But these people, these millenniums and stuff, are like, okay, I want to move. I want to have some space. I want to, I'm 30 plus. I want to invest. So they're taking the time to look into, maybe even if we buy a condo out in Peel region,
Yeah.
it's only in the $400,000-$500,000 range. We can save some money and start building our equity so that we can
Yeah.
eventually move into a home.
Yeah.
So we're seeing that. We're seeing the uncertainty. We're seeing people wanting to move forward, trying to figure out financially how they can do this.
Mhm. Mhm.
So it's a very interesting market right now.
Yeah. Peel Region is it's a great place, very well known within the uh, obviously right now. I tell people, I says, oh yeah, Brampton. I live in Brampton, right? We live in Brampton, so known as being the place where you pay the most on your auto insurance
Yes.
in Canada. But also now we happen to be the city that has the most amount of new people per day getting COVID. So pretty interesting times that we're in. It won't be like this always, but it's a very multicultural, diverse area. Um, and I really appreciate your insights into this for us, Susan. And we're going to put your contact information below if anyone wants to um, have any questions answered, concerns, things they want to bring up concerning the market. And we appreciate your time. We're going to have you back on another time, Susan, because you're super fantastic. I think we'll do one that will maybe focus our attention on seniors, do a video on that. And then, but there's other videos that I think would add significant value to the listener here. So I want to thank everyone for listening and being with us. We appreciate everyone being here. Please subscribe to the channel and click the like button. This has been a great video. Susan, thank you again for being with us today.
Mark, thank you. Really enjoyed it. And anybody who has any questions about real estate in general or Peel Village, feel free to reach out to me. I'd love to chat with you.
That's great. Listen, everyone, take care. We'll talk to you later. Bye now.
Talk to you later. Thanks, Mark.